dive into the 5 different websites that I've outlined for you guys. I'll make sure they're linked in the description. The first one is called AngelList. Founded in 2010, AngelList is one of the oldest and most established equity crowdfunding platforms. It was originally conceived to broker connections between cash-strapped tech entrepreneurs and angel investors, so high net worth, tech-savvy founders. And there are 3 main ways that you can invest in companies and funds on the platform. There's deal-by-deal investments, which is basically registered investors can partner with investor syndicates led by notable lead investors like Jason Calacanis, or basically people with Silicon Valley experience or the like. Notable syndicates are on the platform, and they have dozens or hundreds of investors who pool their resources to make low 6-figure investments. So the average check size anywhere from $200,000 to $350,000 per deal, but the minimum investment is only $1,000 often. So you can get into that at a lower level. There's also an AngelList Access Fund, and this basically offers access to dozens or hundreds of individual deals. They're all vetted by AngelList, and they cut out the due diligence responsibilities. Not 100%, you should do your own due diligence, obviously. The minimum investment here is $100,000, so this is not for everyday investors. Obviously, if you're able to put $100,000 in one company. And then there's professional investors with AngelList, and this service is limited to high net worth individuals and institutional investors, so like family offices. They can afford to invest $500,000 all at once. So a few different opportunities on AngelList. It's definitely one of the hot ones. You'll see a lot of conversation on Twitter. I mentioned a few notable investors, so make sure you check that out. Another one is called Wefunder. This is the top equity crowdfunding regulation CF site right now. Wefunder's minimum investment threshold can be as low as $100, although a lot of offerings require at least $500 or $1,000. This is actually the website that we raised over $500,000 for my company. So the listed offerings with Wefunder are, startups like biotech, green energy, insurance, logistics, retail, packaged food, breweries. You'll find everything on Wefunder. And Wefunder's comprehensive listings include detailed sales metrics and often easy to look at graphs and charts, which I really like, and summarize business plans, interviews with, potential investors or actual investors who invested in the company. So Wefunder is awesome. You should definitely check it out. The next one we're going to take a look at is called SeedInvest. Now, SeedInvest is a more bottom-up platform that specializes in highly vetted investment opportunities. The platform claims to accept just 1% of applicant companies, the creme de la creme of startups. Though its company profiles are mostly invisible to the general public, if you're a registered investor on the platform, you get access to a wealth of descriptive and financial detail about each listed entity. Plus, you get direct access to founders or executives. Now, I wouldn't say direct access, but you get some access. The majority of the listed companies on SeedInvest are individual tech startups, though there are a lot of options in other sectors and a handful of multi-company funds. SeedInvest has an escrow system that allows folks to invest in companies directly through the platform, and there are some funding transactions that occur outside of the platform at the discretion of each participating company, and this is actually really common. A lot of times companies will raise part of the money on a platform, part of the money off of the platform. SeedInvest was once open only to accredited investors, known as Reg D, which we talked about, and the remaining were exclusive to accredited investors, and now it's really opened up a lot more because non-accredited investors can invest as little as $500 in Tier 1 and Tier 2 companies. Really, really interesting. Now, the next company that we're going to talk about is called Republic. Republic is very similar to Wefunder. They're actually competitive platforms to each other, trying to recruit entrepreneurs to raise on these platforms, and specifically, this platform has investing opportunities with high growth potential across startups, gaming, real estate, even crypto. The platform is available for individual investors as little as $10 and also accredited investors. I remember the minimum was like $50, and then I saw some deals for $10. That's pretty crazy. There's also something called the Republic Note, which is really the first ever profit-sharing token that pays out when certain startups and private equities that raise with the Republic sell or go public. So they're doing a lot of interesting things. They also have a mobile app, so make sure you check out the mobile app, and you can explore real estate deals on Republic as well. Now, the next one we're going to talk about is called StartEngine. Now, StartEngine is the 3rd largest equity crowdfunding platform in the United States. Startups on StartEngine have raised over $250 million for over 375 businesses. So a few hundred startups on each of these platforms. And StartEngine helps companies raise money, and they work with different celebrity types like Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. I know he's a big advocate. And you can invest in startups for a few $100s. So their minimums are kind of weird. It might be like $400 or $700 that you need to get started. And really some of the differences between these, like equity crowdfunding sites are going to get you earlier stage companies compared to AngelList or SeedInvest. Those are a little bit more vetted. There's more accredited investors making moves and investing in those types of startups. But at the end of the day, they're all startups and they all have incredible entrepreneurs. There are good, bad, and ugly startups that are raising on all of them. So again, make sure you're doing your due diligence. Okay, let's go ahead and find a startup to invest in and put some money to work. So right now I'm on Wefunder, and as you can see, it says 206 technology companies have been funded. There's a lot of companies, so I already did some due diligence to keep this video concise. And we're actually gonna make an investment in a company called Atom Limbs. So we're gonna go ahead and click on this and get to their profile. Atom Limbs, the world's first mind-controlled bionic arm. That sounds incredible. So here's their profile. Now, a lot of these platforms, whether it's Wefunder or all the other ones, they're all gonna have a few core elements. So I'm gonna walk you through what to pay attention to on the website, not only the financials, but also just how it's structured and some things to keep an eye on to make sure you're doing your due diligence. Now, all of these companies will have some type of a video, and if you play the video, oh, there it is. What's going on, CEO? And oftentimes it'll either have like the CEO giving a talk, or it's gonna have some kind of demo and it's gonna show you the product or the service in action. And you're gonna see a lot of other videos as we scroll through on this Wefunder landing page. So after you watch the video and you think it's interesting, you're gonna see, obviously the name of the company, it's a little bit of headline. Now this one, it looks like it's almost sold out. Actually, I've been looking to invest in this company, but I waited to make this video. I was like, oh crap, I hope they don't close this. Let's go ahead and make an investment. So I'm going to invest $500. It says, ooh, when I type it in, qualify for investing perks. If I add a zero, ta-da, add another zero. Now we're not gonna invest 50,000. We'll keep it at $500. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on this invest right here. And we're gonna see what happens next. So I'm taken to this landing page. Now I'm going to blur out a few different things here that you see on my account just for privacy's sake. Here's the investment amount. It looks like there is a $10 fee being added. It has the deal terms. Make sure everything looks good. You don't have accidentally another zero added to your investment amount. And you also have to confirm that you have read all of the investor education material, that you understand basically what you're getting into. So you're gonna go ahead and have to check off all of these boxes. And now once you've checked off all the boxes, all you have to do is complete the investment. Now, one thing that I skipped over is that I already have an account with Wefunder. So you have to have an account with the platform that you're investing in. You can't just go in and just sprinkle money around. So you have to have an account created. You also have to link up a bank account, or I believe you can actually invest by credit card. I wouldn't recommend it because there's fees associated to that. So if you can have some type of a ACH connection with a checking account or something like that, or a savings account, that would be ideal. And I'm gonna go ahead and click on complete investment. And then I believe there's gonna be a pop-up asking me to give some feedback or share a note to the founders. Yep, here we go. You've just invested in Atom Limbs. Let the founders know why you invested. And it says, type right here. They say, thank you. Don't forget to check out our amazing videos. Keep up the great work. I am very excited about the opportunity to support you guys. All right, if I can spell. And I'm gonna go ahead and send the message, and then you can share on social media. Great. Now what's gonna happen is you're actually gonna get an email. So right now I'm looking at my email. It says your application has been accepted, transferring soon. And if you look at the offering right here, my investment of $500, I invested on, these are the terms, and it shows all of the relevant information, how Wefunder, the platform, actually makes their money. So just good to confirm this. And then once the money is actually moving from the escrow into this company's bank account, you're also gonna get a notification. And anytime there is a change made to the terms, this probably won't happen because this round is pretty much over. but anytime a term has to change or something like that, you will have to recommit your investment. So let's say the terms were at a 10 million valuation cap and there's a 20% discount, but then something dramatically had to change, they had to refile something. You will have to go in and reconfirm your initial investment. Voila, we made an investment online right here in the video. I'm super excited about this particular startup. If you haven't checked out some of my other videos I've done on how to invest in startups, besides this video, and also my other investments that I've made in startups, and I make a video breaking down the slide deck, breaking down the opportunity and why I'm making that investment. Just understanding the psychology of how you analyze a company is super helpful. If you notice, I've made over a dozen investments, so make sure you are doing your due diligence and diversifying your portfolio. I recommend having a plan before you actually get started. So knowing exactly how much money you want to allocate of your portfolio in this specific asset class, and then also how many deals you want to make. You know, I made a video on the biggest mistakes that angel investors make. I talk about 10 different things, and one of them is investing in the first deal that you see. So maybe you saw this company and you're really excited about it. Maybe you see another company on a different platform and you're like, this is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Maybe not, but make sure you look at enough companies so you have a better idea of what your appetite is for different types of industries, different maturity level, different types of CEOs, and make sure you know how many investments you want to make in a given period of time. That way you don't run away with the simplicity of, oh, you know what, I want to invest a lot in this company and I'm not going to invest as much in this company, because you already have a game plan set up ahead of time. If you want to keep learning, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'm going to link a ton of resources in the description and in the comments of this video to continue in your future learning, whether that's books or online courses or any other videos that are relevant to this specific topic. Finally, if you thought this video was useful, make sure you share it. I really appreciate it. And if you haven't already invested in that like button, go ahead and smash the like button. I wish you guys the very best of success in anything that you set your mind to. Have a great day and keep hustling.